Hello, this is Online Offline. Welcome back to another Casual's Quick Guide to Call of Duty Mobile. For today's video, we'll be covering the Crossbow. Introduced in Season 7 of 2021 along with the Hades and Prizefighters, the Crossbow is a single-shot secondary that was a marksman in the Modern Warfare reboots. Other crossbows have appeared as specials or launchers in COD Online, Advanced Warfare, World War II, and all Black Ops games so far. The handheld crossbow originated in ancient China and asserted itself during the Warring States period. In Europe, the Greeks independently developed something similar as early artillery and siege weapons. Under Philip II and Alexander the Great, the ballista gained recognition, and the Romans would later adopt and adapt it given their proximity to Greece. Handheld crossbows didn't become common in Europe until the High Middle Ages. Out in the open, an archer can outvolley an arbalist and from further away, but the draw weight required to combat heavily armored infantry demands strength that an average person can't develop on short notice. Crossbows are more mechanically complex, but the training required to be competent is far shorter than a lifetime of dedication with a bow. But by no means are they the end-all, be-all. Higher draw weights lead to more cumbersome reloads, which is dangerous without cover, and more moving parts meant more chances of mechanical failure, especially if weather came into play. However, gunpowder was invented and weaponized during the Song Dynasty, and matchlocks became common by the Renaissance and early modern era. So, is there a point of using a crossbow anymore? There is less risk of collateral damage to non-combatants and fire hazards. It is relatively quiet compared to an unsuppressed gun. A slower but sharper object is better against soft body armor like Kevlar, and as shown in World War I, it could be used as a grenade launcher for trench warfare. Back to Call of Duty. Base damage per shot is high as it deals a flat 80. Combined with its body multipliers, it's a guaranteed one-shot kill anywhere above the legs from anywhere on the map. The catch is, it's not a gun. Thus, bolts travel in noticeable arcs affected by gravity. The base projectile speed is 150 meters per second, and you start losing the ability to shoot straight past 30 meters. If you want a cross map, you need to aim 4 notches up with a 4.4 times scope. At best, you can increase it to 255, which is on par with the nail gun, and you don't have to be concerned with aiming up unless you want headshots. If you, for whatever reason, wish to suffer, you can bring it down to 45 meters per second and lose the ability to shoot straight past 8 meters. However, this is all with the assumption that you're shooting at a still target, and leading your shots is risky. Technically, the crossbow has a semi-auto fire rate cap of 600 rounds per minute, but this is only noticeable in a practice room with unlimited ammo, or if you use the Melee Master skill. On assault rifles, this isn't useful as it replenishes 3 rounds for each kill with said weapon within 7.9 meters. But for the crossbow, replenishable one-shot kills is an interesting gimmick for a pocket quickscoper. Otherwise, the fire rate is directly tied to its reload time. You can reload cancel for a max fire rate of 26 rounds per minute, and sleight of hand can speed it up to 31. Although, this add time window is so brief that it's not realistically consistent. Crossbow has 5 spare bolts, but the full ammo skill can increase it to 10. Like the Modern Warfare reboots, the crossbow has 3 different ammo conversions that all cost its accuracy, projectile speed, and ammo reserves. Firstly, the Thermite rounds function identically to their Rytec and Kilobolt counterparts. The time to kill is BR slow in multiplayer, but still fast enough for Melee Master to apply. The stamina multiplier is secretly increased to match the chest and arms, but the lower base damage compared to its incendiary peers means that it can't one-shot anyone with a flak jacket or dauntless at full health without headshots. Next are sticky grenades. Base damage is also reduced, but explosions deal a maximum of 50 damage and a minimum of 41 within 3.3 meters. These bolts are said to explode in about 2 seconds after striking. This is slower than the thermites, but Melee Master can still apply. Like thermites, these rounds don't secretly increase your stomach multiplier. Under normal circumstances, this doesn't change one-shots above the legs, but you do have to be more precise against enemies with flak jacket, as they can survive stomach shots. If you want one-shots in legs regardless of flak jacket, you can use the Demo Expert perk. It's also nice knowing that the increased blast damage does not apply to you for whatever reason. The final conversion is gas grenades. Like thermites, it secretly increases its stomach multiplier, but it doesn't matter because it doesn't suffer from reduced base damage unlike the other two. Within 3.3 meters of impact for 3 seconds, the gas will take away the ability to ADS from you and your enemies for 2.6 seconds, and it goes through walls. Unlike in the modern warfares, you don't have to hit an enemy to set it off. However, it is possible to cheese this gas status with animations such as reload cancelling. In terms of mobility, the base movement speeds are substandard for a pistol, but are equal to high-end SMGs. The ADS and sprint out times are comparable to the average AR. The strafe speed is not remarkable, but is considerably ahead of the other one-shot weapons. With the customized limb attachment, it can match the MSMC, Pharaoh, and FFAR for the 16th fastest sprint speed. As for accuracy, we already established how bolt speed can affect how straight it shoots. There is technically bloom like the DMR conversions for ARs, but those and the Crossbow are negligible. The Crossbow has the second best base hipfire spread, only behind the FR 5.56, but other guns have better initial spreads. With attachments, it can rival akimbo weapons, and no scope within 10 meters, but it's risky due to its single-shot nature. The iron sights are usable, more so if you put a button in the center of your screen, but I would advise against jump shotting because of the rear sight's bounciness. Recoil technically exists if you could double tap, but this is not truly applicable without gimmicks. Flinch is high like the rest of the pistols, but you could bring it down to SMG or LMG level with attachments. Since its release 3 years ago, the Crossbow hasn't changed much, nor has it been popular. The end of 2022 gave it faster bolts. 2023 gave it optimization and higher impact, which doesn't matter on a one-shot weapon. So what are my thoughts? If I am to be honest, this is one of the more challenging weapons that I've covered so far. Do not be like me, do not use it like a primary. If you can manage that, then it can be a fun secondary to complement a short-range primary, and I believe it does best in slower-paced, non-objective modes. The Man of War has given people a reason to use Dauntless, so thermite rounds aren't very useful, and I wasn't able to test its effectiveness against streaks. Explosive rounds with Demo Expert are fun to mess with. Gas bolts could be toxic, but it requires actual coordination with a team to make the most of each bolt, and it would be faster to throw a gas grenade left-handed, although the bolts seem to be ignored by trophy systems. Yes, a sniper is more reliable at long range, a launcher has more lethal explosions, a ballistic knife can melee people, but that's just stating the obvious. Like saying DMRs are better than high-caliber pistols. SMGs are better than machine pistols, or shotguns are better than the shorty. You can't really compare the Crossbow to any weapon. So what kind of suggestions would I give to the devs on the Crossbow? The biggest issue is that sometimes when you switch classes after dying, the AoE effects of the bolt types don't load in and you're stuck with all of the negatives of the conversion and none of the positives. Next, it should have as much ammo as its Modern Warfare counterparts. Our reload times may not be as slow as Advanced Warfare, Cold War, or the Modern Warfare reboots, but it would be best to make its sleight of hand speed the default speed. Next, a rework for the sticky grenades that trades its body multipliers for more explosive damage. What changes is that you can now kill with leg shots, but those with flak jackets can survive anywhere in the body except for headshots, unless you use Demo Expert. And if you do, you get the same lethality as its Black Ops 2 counterpart. I did say before that all pistols deserve a Kimbo, The crossbow is no exception. With this you could get the best hipfire in the game, but it's more of a high risk high reward since you significantly sacrifice mobility and handling. A classic pass attachment is Tri-Bolt, which knocks 3 bolts and fires them all at once. However, this burns through your reserve ammo fast, more so for the ammo conversions. And last but not least, more blueprints based on the past iterations. But hey, that's just my opinion. This has been a Casual's quick guide. Feel free to suggest what weapons you want to see covered next. My name is On, and I'm off.